This is Princess Score. I'm Luswata. Hi. Oh. Why is this jacket hiking up like that? It's making me look as if I'm raising shoulder. I'm not raising my shoulder, guys. I promise it's this jacket doing a madness. Do you know what's so funny? You would think you're so different because you have a million different accents, but you're just neurodivergent. Yeah. Okay, cut. Fine, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Okay. Welcome back to Princess Score. Take 2. All right, take 3. But this will be the one. Welcome back to Princess Score. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. How many times do you want to tell these people welcome? Come. Are you going to record a YouTube video or are you just going to keep... Get it together, girl. Take 4. Let's get into today's video. If you don't know me, my name is Luswata Omarodian. Faith Omarodian. But my friends call me Luswata, so if you want to be a friend, it's Luswata to you. Thank you. Today's video is going to be about me no longer procrastinating on my YouTube channel. Why? Because transitioning into 2026 from December and even this first few days of January, something has become very, very clear to me. Okay, I think this is what people call the voice of God. Yes, it's become very clear to me that things tend to feel much harder than they really are. Yeah, because if I was sitting on my couch thinking about how awesome this video would be, that's so much easier to do, but it also feels so much harder. And so instead of just continuing that cycle that I have been in since I've started this YouTube channel, because let me give you a little tea. Okay, let's take it back a little while. Rewind to, I think my channel is 2 years old. Honestly, okay, let's not get into math. I'm not the best at math. But my point was this. When I created my YouTube channel, I said that I wouldn't post anything until I got a certain amount of subscribers. That didn't happen, of course, because you have to post on your channel to get subscribers. Wow. I was just like, I am destined to be a superstar, so, you know, like, my audience needs to find me even when I'm doing nothing. Delusional. That's the kind of delusion that gets you nowhere. This kind of delusion, though, actually putting up your camera, speaking to it, and telling your story and doing what the hell you said you were gonna do, that kind of delusion, it does get you somewhere. So if you're watching this and you have something that you've been putting off for forever, this is your sign. This is your sign. Genuinely. This is why I'm on the internet. I am your kind reminder. I am your sign. I am... Okay. I think you get it. Carrying on. I want to be the reason someone who's doubting themselves comes on the internet and knows that they have to give it another try, or they have to try a different strategy, or they just, you know, they got this. You got this. There are a lot of content creators, and there will be even more content creators in the future, which is why I think it's important, and now more than ever, for me to really put in the work to reach my audience and create my brand, this brand, for me and for you, so that it's a mature brand by the time this billion-dollar industry finally pops. Anyway, here are some content I'm interested in putting out on my channel for 2026. I've had these ideas for years and years, and I've just been piling on them. 2026 is a year of execution. I said that last year, and honestly, I give myself grace, clapping for myself for everything I was able to accomplish last year. I don't really feel the need to start making a list because my accomplishments are mine. And for me, if you are following my journey or following my life, then you know, you already know. And if you don't know, then well, maybe in a future video we'll get into everything that I've done, my life story, an updated version of me. Because if you knew me last year, I promise you, you don't know me anymore. Let's get into it. This is my personal brand blueprint. I'm not gonna give everything, just like the most interesting ones, you know. So my brand pillars are slow fashion. Fast fashion is out. I mean, I don't know that it's out. I still work for fast fashion companies. I just finished shooting a video for Laura Girl, but I am making it an intentional point of mine to promote slow fashion just as much as fast fashion is being streamlined to audiences. If you're an audience of mine, or if you're an individual who loves slow fashion, this is home for you. This is your base. This is where you need to be, because 2026 is going to be such an amazing fashion year for us. I invested a lot, you know, like a decent amount, not a lot, a decent amount in my wardrobe for 2026. So I'm so excited to share that with you guys. Second brand pillar is mental health, because yeah, I mean, people say health is wealth. Well, can we add that your mental health is your wealth as well? Like, can we add that in there? It really is. I'm not gonna get too deep into that. When I say mental health, I'm talking about the lived experience of dealing with mental health issues like depression, anxiety, you know, the whole lot. Panic attacks, low self-esteem is not a mental health issue, but you know, it sips its way in there somehow. And when you have mental health issues, every other issue that you experience as a human just feels compounded. And so it's important to talk about these issues. Third pillar is personal growth and development. That just like piggybacks off of mental health. You cannot improve your life, and you cannot grow and develop without addressing your mental health, or at least nurturing it if there's nothing wrong with it. Not that having mental health issues is wrong, but you know what I mean. Like, if you don't have any additional issues you struggle with, you need to nurture your mental health. And if you do, then you need to actively work on those. And then once you feel like you have enough confidence, then you start to nurture your new skills. I'm so like amped up. I love it. I love it. Tech, software, UGC. 2026, I want to pivot into tech softwares and basically creating UGC content, user-generated content for tech softwares, mostly softwares that have to do with content creation, lifestyle, wellness, all of that. I think I have a list. Let me see, do I have a list here? I definitely have a list somewhere of the companies that I had in mind right now. Yes. So, and actually, I'm not gonna give you a list of the companies that I want to work with. Just, you know, skip over that. But just know, you will be seeing some tech UGC software content from Luswata in 2026 and moving forward. That is it for our brand pillars. So, slow fashion, mental health, personal growth and development, and tech UGC. Yeah, for slow fashion, I have a list of topics that I thought would be fun for like mini series and you know, stuff like that. I don't mind sharing these. If you're a content creator in 2026, a fashion and style content creator, these are some contents that I would love to see from you, and these are some contents that I will be putting out myself. So this is like a 2-in-1. What to post if you don't know what to post, and what to expect from me as well. That is buying less. I actually already started this. This idea is like a year old, maybe more, but essentially it's a curation of all the best places to shop, because I believe if you find stores that you like and brands that you like, you're not going to be shopping all the time. Or even if you do have a shopping problem, at least the clothes that you're curating are not trash and just like landfill worthy clothes. You know, a lot of the things you do buy, you're just buying things that are going to end up in the landfill. They keep pumping out all these fast fashion clothes, and it seems like you have no choice but to buy them, but you do have a choice. You can make the choice to spend your money intentionally and shop slow fashion, meaning shop custom made pieces when you can, thrift, all that good stuff. So By This Buying Last is a series that will essentially curate all the best places to shop, basics, dresses, different episodes, and then that way the goal is that because you know exactly what your personal style and brand is, you end up shopping less. This or that videos, honestly, I haven't been big on fashion content. I've been very passive with my fashion content. I will just post like a fit with an overlay, and to me that's fashion content. It is, but you know, it's not as intentional as actually doing a this or that video. So I want to do more this or that videos. I was actually supposed to, oh chim, I just recorded that whole look without earrings. I just recorded that whole look without earrings. I put 2 earrings aside because I wanted to do a this or that video, and I just ended up forgetting completely about the earrings. Well, I'll still do the this or that video, but that's by the way. Outfits of the week, I want to, and I've been wanting to for so long, to curate outfits for every week moving forward, and then actually record that and use that as content, but really wear my outfits, right? Like actually wear my clothes, but I just haven't gotten around to do that yet. So yeah, weekly rotation outfits, that would be like a very cute fashion content. Styling more with less, so basically that would be styling this jacket with 5 or more outfits, or styling just one particular piece of clothing multiple times and showing how you can use one piece creatively multiple times. A lot of people think they need so many clothes because they really just can't dress. Yeah. How would you caption this energy? I feel like doing a fit and asking your audience how they would caption your energy would be very good for engagement and really fun fashion content. Which fit screams main character more? Which fit screams main character more? Self-explanatory. You throw a fit on, a couple of fits on, and you ask your audience to tell you which one they think gives more main character. I think this jacket really gives main character. Yeah, I like it. Some mental health topics that I have in mind to share in 2026 include normalizing neurodivergent spaces. Do you know how many times I go out and I'm having the worst time because it's too much going on, especially when it's too loud. I can't hear myself. And now I have to project my voice and scream. Now I'm having a physical reaction. I'm having a headache. My eyes are tearing up. It's a lot going on. I would like to talk about normalizing neurodivergent spaces that are very low sensory and accommodating to neurodivergent baddies like myself. Secondly, 5 steps to regulate your nervous system and your emotions. I have come a long way from being a dysregulated, numb, just like wreck of a nervous system to now. I can sit in front of a camera, I can speak, I'm confident. I've healed. I have given clarity to a lot of the thoughts that were confusing me. I have done the inner work, and I still continue to do so every day. If anybody can give you a tip on how to regulate yourself, regulate your nervous system, regulate your life, I can give you some. And of course, I'm not a mental health professional or anything, but I really do believe there's no better qualification than your lived experience. So as much as I would even say seek knowledge and seek resources to help you, I would say seek yourself the most. You know, that is going to look different for everyone, but essentially the answer is not outside of you, it's within you. Whatever it is that you need to know, whatever it is that you need to gain, is going to come from a realization of something that's very innate to you and nobody else. Keep that in mind. I just love the fact that I'm just going to clip out all the ums when I'm editing this video. I'm not going to put any ums in my video because what? Independent thinking and building confidence. I think that's like a very interesting topic that would be good for one YouTube video. Just sit down and talk about how and why it's important to be an independent thinker in this era of like trends and just social media being an echo chamber. If you have your own thoughts, even if you think they're crazy or they're stupid or they make no sense, they're your thoughts. You're allowed to think them. Don't be too scared to even have an idea because you don't know how the world is going to react to it. They'll be fine, and so will you. So don't, I don't want to get too much into it, but in the video we'll really get into it. Building confidence, obviously, everybody needs more. Well, not everybody, some people have a little bit too much confidence. We need to bring it out a little bit. But for those of us that are down here and we need to bring our confidence up, the video is coming for you. Rebuilding your capacity after you burn out. Again, I am an expert at this. Burnout nearly took my life. Okay, I'm telling you, there will be no us. There will be no this. There will be no Luswata, no Princess Court. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. Imagine you not being here right now. Imagine me not being here right now. Because of bull. Because of fear. Because of trauma. No. We're not going to let the trauma win. We're not going to let our haters win. We're not going to let bad experiences win. We're not going to let depression win. We're not going to let anxiety win. We're not going to let nothing win. Because all we do is win. No, for real though. DJ Khaled was onto something when he was like, I am a winner. Period. Stuff. There's nothing that comes after I'm a winner. Because that's really the mindset you gotta have. It is. Let me tell you something. Every time you doubt yourself, somebody less talented and less qualified takes that spot. And you miss 100% of every shot you don't shoot. And that's true. I'm going to a party this Saturday that's being hosted by an international DJ who's touring and he's playing in my city. I saw the event. I went to check out the ticket prices. Not that I hate paying for events, right? But this is an international DJ. He's coming to play Amapiano and two-step. You know I'm there. So I went to check the ticket prices. Tickets are sold out. There's a wait list though. I'm saying, I could have just waited for the waitlist to open up. Maybe there'll be a ticket and I'll be able to attend this event that I really want to go to. I could do that. But then I thought about it and I was like, let me message this DJ. Let me say, hey, lunch shot. But is there any chance I could get on this guest list? Because this right here, this has my name written all over it. And guess what? He said, you know what? Send me your name. I got you. And so I'm going to be attending that amazing event. I can't wait. I'm so starved. Cruiser. Every day I want Cruiser. We have no more Cruiser in the city. So we have no more bass for Amapiano and like two-step and that sound that I really love. There's a Bantu now, but I haven't been to a Bantu in months. I just don't see a lot of the Bantu events. I guess when they happen. Yeah, but Cruiser was our home base for Amapiano and two-step and I like the song, so it's sad. Anyways, yeah. As I was saying, rebuilding your nervous system after a burnout is easier said than done, but it's possible, and I'm going to put out a video to help you do that. personal growth, some videos, ideas I have is improving your capacity to nurture and expand. I'm gonna say that again. Improving your capacity to nurture and expand. We live in a society where everybody wants the expansion part, but not a lot of people are thinking about the nurturing part. And they go together, like rice and stew, like rice and stews, like, noodles and egg. You cannot expand successfully and sustainably if you lack what it takes to nurture. Capitalism tells us that we should hate nurturing because what nurturing means is that you don't have the newest thing, you don't have the trendiest thing, and you don't have the thing that everybody is talking about, or you're not doing things the same way that everybody else is doing them. They're doing them because that's the way that's trending to do things. But if you tend to build skills that allow you to nurture the things that you have and are going to have in the future, you're going to move very differently from people who are just always collecting and expanding without any depth. It's possible for you to just expand yourself and stretch yourself like a rubber band, but you have no depth, and we don't want that. We want this year and every year moving forward to be us nurturing everything that we have, everything that we are, and building depth so that we can last a long time. If you're supposed to live until you're 90, there's no reason why you shouldn't live until you're 90 just because you want to do things that are detrimental to you. Get what I mean? I was just there unpacking guilt for being soft. I'm gonna leave that there because that is such a loaded statement. How many of you have felt guilty that you couldn't be as mean or as condescending or as careless or as heartless as somebody? You don't need to feel guilty for that. You don't need to feel stupid for that. That's you being human. That's you being true to yourself and your emotions. That's you being a genuine person. That's not something to feel guilty about. But a lot of the times we're put in situations where we're made to feel guilty about it, and we're going to talk about it. Also, unpacking guilt but loving first. Oh my god, especially as a woman, it's a crime. Like, they will literally put you in jail and carry you and go to where you don't know if you ever admit that you fell in love first. You can't do that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's so internalized that even me trying to talk about the fact that it's actually not a crime to love first as a woman, I'm judging myself inside. I'm like, but why do you even love him? I'm like, you know what I mean? And it's like, bruh, just breathe, live a little. People do stupid shit all the time, and I promise you, allowing yourself to love first is going to be the least of your problem as long as you know who you are and you're not approaching love and relationships from a place of trauma and desperation, which is why we need to talk about this. The truth about consistency. The truth about consistency. We hear it all the time. But there are rather many truths about consistency that people don't tell you when they talk about consistency. So we're gonna talk about it. Low energy self-care ideas. I love a good self-care day. I love a good self-care moment. So we're just gonna talk about some low energy self-care ideas to help you bring that self-love back into your life and keep it there. Loving yourself doesn't have to be this radical, dramatic thing all the time. It doesn't have to be loud and expensive. It doesn't have to be anything other than something that brings you back to yourself and love for yourself and your life. I I failed 3 classes and this is how I bounced back. This one, maybe this one should happen like later down the line. I don't really feel like talking about failing 3 classes in my first year. I don't know about this topic, but like, if you ever failed at something and then you bounce back, that is such a great content idea. People love that kind of stuff. Female narcissist and the danger of it. The female narcissist and the danger of it. Wouldn't that be such a hot topic? People talk about narcissists all the time, but they're always talking about men. Come to find out. Come to find out. There are a lot of you women who are narcissists, and you are very, very dangerous. They are dangerous. You have to be careful. Even more careful than you need to be around male narcissists. At the discovery of the female narcissist, I was in shock. I was speechless. As a feminist and like a borderline misandrist, I'm always saying like, I support women's rights and wrongs. But at the same time, we still gotta talk about it. The full title I actually came up with was The Female Narcissist, The Danger of It, and the Art of Performing Helplessness to Avoid Responsibility. There's a lot to be said on the female narcissist, right? But this it's like, it's such a packed line that it just explains the whole purpose almost of the female narcissist. The act of performing helplessness to avoid responsibility. Oh my god, if I have to tell you how many times I've experienced this situation in my life, in my small life that I've lived, you won't believe it. If you know, you know. That is going to be a whole video and we are going to talk about it. And then we've got maturing is realizing nurturing a soft life is all about making hard choices and having hard conversations. Word. How are you handling your pain? With a crutch or without it? Personally, well, I thought we need to talk about it because pain is like such an innate part of being human, but it's not that talked about. And you know, if you try to talk about it, they're gonna call you sensitive, they're gonna call you names, and it's like, no, we're going to get comfortable talking about our pain because it's valid, and if we want to talk about it, we can. So talking about it too, like, gives you insight into how you can manage your pain, because pain management is a thing. You know, it's not just a thing for you to go to a professional and get. You need to be able to manage your pain by yourself. You are all you've got most days. So, how are you managing your pain? With a crutch, without it? I will tell you about how I manage my pain. And we just need to talk about how much guilt or other emotions or fear and other emotions surround pain management, especially when you're using something to manage your pain. What are your beliefs based on? No, because it's a new year and I don't want to hear that your sources. Trust me, bro. What are your beliefs based on? What are they based on? Just because you're educated, doesn't mean that your beliefs are based on facts. I'm gonna just put that out there. And if you get it, you get it. Because history itself is distorted. So like, does anybody even know what they're talking about? But what are your beliefs basing? Even if nobody knows what they're talking about, at least knowing what your beliefs are basing allows you to be able to communicate or just like express better what your true stance on issues are. You get what I mean? I don't need fire, I don't need talk for like maybe 30 minutes now. All this about that trying. I'm joking. I can't be tired yet. This is just one video. the role of community versus the role of social media, because we hear it all the time that people find their community online. You want to find your community online. Post it to find my community, build a community. Oh, we had so much. But like, what is even community online versus in person? Because those are two very different things that are like starting to enmesh themselves with each other, and we need to talk about it. Another content idea I had was I asked Reddit so you don't have to ask ChatGPT. I thought it would be cute to pick a bunch of really interesting frequently asked questions and then ask Reddit, then make content on the answers that I get from Reddit, post them so that if anybody else has that question, they get the answers right there from that post, and they don't have to do something stupid like ask ChatGPT. I asked Reddit so you don't have to ask ChatGPT. I feel like it could really be something. And I'm putting this out there so like if someone beats me to it, fine. Even better, then I get to see what the execution looks like before I ever do it. But if you now blow up from this idea, you have to give me credit. Like, give me some credit. That's all I ask. Herd mentality. I feel like this one is self-explanatory. Herd mentality. Lots of people have just herd mentality. No original thought swimming around in there, just echoes and echoes of other people. It's not necessarily that you are a bad person or you are less than other people or, you know, anything like that. It's not hating on you. I mean, it's hating on the whole herd mentality and everything that it ensues. I'm hating on everything that ensues from having a herd mentality, but I'm not hating on you. You just need to stop being a fucking sheep and think for yourself. That's all I'm asking. Thank you so much for choosing to watch Princess Core. I will see you in my next video. Tell me which of these video ideas you really find interesting and you would like to see first, so that I can prioritize those content. Otherwise, catch you later. Stay sweet, stay blessed, stay lovely. I feel like I should have an outro for my channel, but I'll probably just say something different every time. Should be like stay jiggy. No, that's probably something a man would say. Or what should it be? It's Princess Core. I'm Luswater, and this is your kind reminder to be kind. I kind of like that one. Hey.